The price you pay for engaging in this constant battle with yourself is your energy. The problem is the mental chess game that we make ourselves play before the simplest task. Imagine like handing your future self a note and being like, "You got it. You did it already. You it's done. You already know what you're doing." How many times have you sat there and not done the thing you should be doing, but not felt like you're actually resting either because you're just sitting in a state of avoidance and you're sitting in a state of self-negotiation? We need to talk about your self-negotiation problem. And by your self-negotiation problem, I mean my self-negotiation problem. I noticed that when I was meditating in the morning and visualizing my day, there were a lot of bottleneck moments where this pattern of self negotiation was coming up, in which I was letting myself spin my wheels about things that I already kind of knew what I was going to choose. Every single day, I asked myself, should I go to the gym? Should I have a second cup of coffee or should I have water? Should I take a break on my phone or should I go on a walk? Should I unpack the dishwasher now or should I leave it for my future self? What if you just assumed that you were going to make the same choice every single time for the rest of your life? How does that make you feel? Because it does not make me feel very good when I think about the times that I find myself just sliding into the wrong choice because it is the default. Decision fatigue is a real thing. We only have room for so many choices to be made throughout the day. The exhausting part of this isn't ever the task. It's never what you build it up to be in your head. It's always the process, the back and forth, the I do, should I should, I want to, the cognitive dissonance. Like, cognitive dissonance is my least favorite feeling ever. The problem is the mental chess game that we make ourselves play before the simplest task. Here are some strategies that have helped me recently identify and honestly cut out this pattern of behavior from my life. Number one, the 80-20 rule of self-discipline. 80% of the time, I want you to default to what you know is good for you. I want you to know that you have that 20% of the time to choose a softer version of that thing, and we'll talk about that in a second. But 80% of the time, pick the right choice because you're probably going to pick it anyway. And it's honestly, it's not worth expending your energy on. Save those decisions for more important tasks. I feel like this is kind of my compassionate take on a very productivity guru-y concept of the 80-20 rule. But yeah, 80% of the time, slide into the good default. 20% of the time, give yourself permission to choose a softer version of the same outcome. So let me explain what I mean by that a little bit more. Say you've got 10 minutes to take a break and you're trying to decide whether you should scroll on your phone or go on a walk. Take yourself on a walk and scroll on your phone. I just got my sunset lamp. Do you like it? I like it a lot. I think I'm going to do more like talking videos like this. So that's why I thought it would be fun. And for the podcast, I'm on the podcast couch. When you take ownership of your choice to pick the easy way out, rest, do whatever it is, you are letting yourself actually enjoy that choice. How many times have you sat there and not done the thing you should be doing, but not felt like you're actually resting either because you're just sitting in a state of avoidance and you're sitting in a state of self-negotiation? Number 2 tip that's helped me recently. When you find yourself doing the mental chatter, the back and forth, think about how you look from like a fly on the wall perspective, or even from like another person in the room. You'll feel a little ridiculous. So you're like, wow, this person is just standing here going, should I brush my teeth or not? It's like, either default to brushing your teeth and do it correctly, mouthwash, floss, brush, tongue scrape, everything, or actively choose, today's a 20% day, I'm just going to brush. Like, literally earlier, I was wondering if I should let myself have a second cup of coffee or not. And instead of making it so black and white and forcing myself to do this, I don't know, am I a bad person if I choose to have another coffee? Am I a good person if I choose to have a water? Make yourself the cup of coffee and have a water too. Discipline and gentleness and self-compassion can coexist. Okay, so we got the fly on the wall and the decision, same decision every day. What's the third one? Would you be proud of yourself in 5 minutes if you made the choice that you think you might be about to make? Silly question, obvious question, but it makes you go, no, I wouldn't be proud. And then you just won't want to do it. Section 2, the hidden cost of non-negotiables and cognitive dissonance. When you reframe having no negotiation as freedom and freeing and not restriction, you get this sense of like, I've it's been done already. I've decided already. I don't have to waste my thinking power on this. Imagine like handing your future self a note and being like, you got it, you did it already. You It's done. You already know what you're doing. No, the cost of not doing that is energy. And that the price you pay for engaging in this constant battle with yourself is your energy. Some people take this like cost of cognitive function and saving your discipline and energy like a little too far to like the what was it, Steve Jobs and his outfits every day. I just want to kind of tie it up in a bow and say that this whole conversation about negotiation isn't about control and discipline and being rigid with yourself. It's about self-trust and building follow through, building evidence that you are the kind of person that does what they say they're going to do. And I feel like I kind of harp on about this on this channel. I feel like my friends kind of harp on about consistency too on the podcast, but it's really a show of commitment to yourself when you follow through on the decisions that you know that you should make. And also when you give yourself permission to enjoy genuine rest and decompression when it's a choice and not something that you've just like guiltily, ickily let yourself do. And you're like, I don't love that I let myself do that. If you have a self negotiation loop that you've been thinking of throughout this video with, throughout all these examples, comment, let me know what do you spin on about, because oh my god, I when I think through my day and I think through all the little things, there are so many. There are so many. It's so useless. Ooh, bonus tip. Last thing, I promise. Imagine if your friend was asking you, should I do this or should I do this? If it is a black and white choice and it's not one that could be, oh, well, you can combine these two and compromise in some way. Like, feel how you would feel making that decision for someone that you love. And then put that on yourself, because you should love yourself the way you love your friends. Okay, that is enough. That is enough for me. You don't have to restrict yourself and put this discipline and this gross, like tyrant, like parental, do this, do this, do this energy on yourself. You can treat yourself like a compassionate parent who wants the best for their kid and encourage yourself to make the right choice when you can. Don't spend your energy on things you don't need to spend your energy on. Oh my God, by no means am I freaking above this. Clearly, I think I've made that clear, but I don't have to become a different person. None of us do. That's not the point of all this self help and self development. You just have to become someone you can rely on. That's enough. Stop negotiating and subscribe to our channel for more